Hello everyone. Ciao a tutti. This is Babilla ASMR. In tonight's video, we're going to be discovering some plant-based cookbooks together. I have here 3 books. Two of which I got as a Christmas present. These two was this one. I think I bought it last summer, I think. So I know this book. I've been looking through it quite a few times, but I only very briefly looked through these other two. So I thought we could do that together. This one. So this one is called One Pot Vegan, and it is by Roxy Pope and Ben Pook. They are known as So Vegan on Instagram and other platforms. Then I have this one called Bish Bash Bosh, which, if you're not familiar with the expression, it's a kind of Cockney expression to signify kind of all done kind of expression. And this is by Henry Firth and Ian Thisbe. Classics, favorites, all plants. I believe this is their last book, but I'm not absolutely sure. And then we have Plants Only Kitchen. Beautiful font, by the way. And this is by Gaz Oakley, also known as Avant-Garde Vegan, here on YouTube and Instagram and we're going to start with this one pot vegan. Let's have a look. They're all quite bright colors, I have to say. As you may know, I'm not officially vegan. I'm not what society might consider vegan. But on a day-to-day basis, I eat mostly vegan food, or plant-based more correctly. So I would say that probably around 80% of my diet is vegan. Let's have a look. So this is them. You might be familiar with their faces because they always show themselves on Instagram as opposed to other more famous recipe videos on social networks, like Tasty, for instance. They always show their faces. Okay, equipment. Okay. Let's look for an index of some sort. Okay, so they're describing pots, tins and pans. Lights. Okay, I think. Oh yes, I was concentrating on this page and I didn't notice page of contents. So they've divided the book between lights, dinners, and desserts. So I guess lights, it's kind of like salads and light recipes in general. Let's see, this section features salad, fritters, salad, ramen, loaded sweet potato wedges, black dal, so yes, all things like that. Roasted beetroot and orange salad. fungi roasted fennel, and bulgur salad. This looks beautiful to me. It has fennel bulbs, cherry tomatoes, salt and pepper, mustard seeds, olive oil, bulgur wheat, vegetable stock, chopped kale, walnuts. Oh yeah, I can see them now. Radicchio, which is this Italian red kind of, well, more like pink maybe I would say. Salad, pink and white. 1 lemon, Dijon mustard, maple syrup, and some more olive oil. I am definitely going to try this one. Okay, fritters. Spring green salad. I wonder if these dishes are as good as they look, because that would be amazing. Ramen. I love noodle soups. One of my favorite thing that I used to eat when I used to eat meat was dumpling soup with noodles. When I first moved to London, I stayed in a kind of hostel. I'm not sure how it's pronounced actually. And there was this noodle place, a Chinese noodle place next to it. And obviously I couldn't cook because I didn't have a home yet. So I used to eat there every day basically. It was very cheap. They used to make noodles kind of in front of you. Very entertaining and dramatic way. And there was this soup made with both noodles and dumplings, with maybe it was pork and shrimps or something like that. But it was amazing. But they're starting now to make more vegetarian and vegan options, aren't they? So hopefully soon I can have something like that again. Loaded sweet potato wedges. This looks good as well. So let's go have a look at the next section. Although this kind of seems like it would be my favorite. We'll see. Beautiful pictures as well of them and some food market. say, quite a in fashion thing to do in London. To kind of go through food markets on a Saturday morning, maybe. All my friends used to do that, especially couples for some reason. Anyway, let's have a look. At the next section. Oh, Hasselback potatoes, I love them. Oh, here there's a savory salad with figs. Interesting. So then there's roasted potato a la Norma, okay. You got my attention. Norma is a Italian pasta recipe, usually, with aubergines, tomatoes, and ricotta salata. Let's have a look. Okay, so there's pepper potatoes, salt and pepper, cauliflowers, tomatoes, vegan feta, mozzarella. Okay. Yeah, so it seems like it's a baked version with potato instead of pasta, and obviously vegan cheese. I have to try this. I'm not convinced. I have to be honest. I'm not convinced. But as Italians, we tend to be a little bit close-minded when it comes to reworking traditional recipes. I have to admit. Okay, moved on. Broccoli, leek, and chutney tart. Wow. This looks simple, easy, and delicious. Pearl barley chili. I never thought of using pearl barley to kind of recreate the mint texture, I guess. I think it's a very good idea. Seaside sawfish, goujons, and chips. I saw many of them, many vegan influencers recreating the taste of fish by adding seaweed to tofu, which I think it's a very good idea, in principle at least. I still have to try it. Okay, curries. Avocado. No comment on this one. Mediterranean arts. Okay. So these are more things that you cook for dinner then. obviously, as the title of the chapter says. I think, all in all, this is a very good idea for a book, because nobody has a lot of time at the moment to cook for the way that life is structured at the moment. So, any idea of how to cook quickly, I think is going to be quite successful. Oh, this one I have to try. I love satay, tofu satay with cauliflower rice. I wonder if this is pronounced more like satay, maybe? Maybe I should check the pronunciation of things before shooting my videos. Anyway, that looked awesome. Roasted squash, cauliflower and sage. And I think, let's see, butternut squash, cauliflower, red onions, lentils, sage, baby spinach, lemon, tahini, mustard, maple syrup, then pecans and pomegranate. Already, I have to say that I love any cookbook. I love desserts and cakes and cookbooks of traditional cuisines and more creative ones. But it is exactly these kinds of books that I end up using more, or actually using on a day-to-day basis. Chicken Supreme, this also looks very nice. It's using something else instead of chicken, which I think it's mushrooms. Yes. Okay. Let's have a look at the last section. Use them again. The sets, here we are. Oh my. This is one of my favorite things. So we have peanut butter swirl brownies, lemon and poppy seed blondies, polish blueberry spelt crumb cake, apple and orange baklava tart, grilled fruits with thyme, banana split with chocolate tahini, crunchy pecan and cinnamon sticky buns, I read I think creative to reimagine. Puddings and cakes with vegan ingredients. Crunchy pecan and cinnamon sticky buns. Cinnamon buns are one of my favorite thing ever. Let's see. So I think the only non-plant-based ingredients that the original recipe has, it's milk and butter. So it's actually quite uncomplicated to make a vegan version of that. They simply use an unsweetened plant-based milk and vegan margarine or margarine. Okay. I really enjoy this one. So I really like this one. I'm probably going to skip the Italian inspired ones, but definitely going to try the rest very soon. Okay, so the next book Bish Bash Bosh. Let's have a look. These sections here are quick, big, feasts, sides and sharers, greens, desserts, and breakfast. I think their previous book was a bestseller. I think is one that was featured in Whispers Red, in the Whispers Red video. That inspired this one. So they've grouped all the recipes in kind of a cross categories. So here they list the dishes high in proteins. Here the British classics, Tex-Mex. I can't believe it's plants. Mediterranean goodness. And American classics. I think it's a very clever way to group recipes. They also give bonus recipes, such as dressings, sauces and gravies, and dips, chutneys and sauces, which is really useful so that you can kind of mix and match. Bush hacks, even scrambled tofu, hash browns, and cashew mozzarella and stuff like that. Okay. Beautiful basil. Okay, so these are the section with quick recipes. Let me have a look. Super speedy spaghetti. Okay. Vietnamese sticky tofu. I wish I could make this tonight, but I don't have bok choy. Foie gras. Oh, this is super creative. So it's a sort of foie gras with lentils, mushrooms, cooked beetroot, and herbs like rosemary and thyme. Really creative. Okay, I think I'm going to skip this section. And for the way that this book is structured, it catches my attention just a little bit more than the other one. Big. Okay. Noodle soup. A dal, lentil dal. Curry house jalfrezi. I love this. Let's see what they used. Aubergine, oh my. Okay, I'm sold already. Red pepper. So, aubergine, red pepper, chilies, tomatoes. Yes, definitely. Going to try this very soon. Falafel, I'm not a fan of falafels actually. I still haven't found a recipe where they don't come out dry. Fish finger sandwich. Let's see if they use seaweed as well. No? Okay. Tikka masala. Jackfruit sandwich. I have to say I do like recipes with jackfruit. think it's a really good idea to recreate some sort of meaty texture, but it's not protein, is it? So it does seem a bit doesn't make a lot of sense to me to have it as a main. Okay, let's skip to the desserts. It seems like they all have their own version of a nut roast. And this is an example of something very creative and very traditional and very nutritional as well. So it's a better substitute for meat. This book is absolutely packed with recipes, and they all seem very, very interesting so far. Okay, here we are. Banana bread donuts. I love both of those words. You make it with 2 small ripe bananas, plain flour, bicarbonate of soda, salt, ground cinnamon, coconut oil, coconut sugar, caster sugar, unsweetened plant-based milk, apple cider vinegar, vanilla extract, and sultanas with a topping made with icing sugar, cinnamon, dark chocolate, pecans, and water. Banana chocolate swirl pie. Looks like cinnamon buns, but as you can see, there's a filling here. And this is chocolate. Biscuits, blondies, This is chocolate mirror cake. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the tastiest of them all? What can we say? This cake, it's simply stunning. It's decadent, delicious, and totally luxurious. A real showstopper. Bake it for a birthday, and you'll wow the whole party. Looks unbelievable. Beautiful. Lemon drizzle loaf cake. This is the kind of cake that in Italy we would have for breakfast with coffee. I might try that actually very soon. Another British classic, the classic Victoria sponge, but obviously made with dairy-free butter, vegetable shortening such as tracks. I'm not sure what this is. Banana split. Okay, Christmassy cake. And then breakfast. Both savory and sweet. Oh my goodness. French toast. Yes, please. Cinnamon swirl pancakes. Okay. Now I know which one is my favorite recipe of the book. Anyway, I'm very impressed by this one. It's definitely a little bit more similar than the next one I'm going to show you. Yes, I really like this one. But I'll let you know once I actually try the recipes. Right, so this is a wonderful book by avant-garde vegan. I love this guy. I love his channel. I love his recipes, and you can really tell that he used to be a chef. Well, he is a chef, as opposed to like an influencer only, I'd say. Okay, so the contents. This book is divided in breakfast, soups, light bites, perfect pasta, powerful curries, big plates, big bakes, burgers, salads and desserts. I need to choose one of these sections, one or two. Let's see. I think. Okay, so I'm going to skip the breakfast recipes. But this does not mean that they're not wonderful. This is one of the settings that he uses to film. Soups. I love soups. It's a very good way to have a complete meal in one as well. These are light bites. The problem I have recently with most vegan recipes is that they tend to contain mushrooms, a good part of them. And since having had my baby, I cannot eat mushrooms anymore. I've developed a sort of intolerance, which makes me very sad. I especially love his seitan recipe, which I think is in the other book. But so I used to make it, but it contains mushrooms, so I'll need to try it without. But it was really, really tasty. Right, so I have to say that I also tend to like his pasta recipes, which is something that I cannot say for many British cooks or chefs or famous cooking people, let's say. But I mean, look at this. I think is very creative. I wouldn't have thought of this kind of pasta recipe myself, I don't think. I'm going to... here we are. Curry's okay. I always love curry recipes because it is not something that I can just put together on the top of my head, like with Italian recipes, of course. And so I always tend to actually follow recipes. Thai green curry is one of my favorite. Okay. Roasted curried cauliflower. This looks very good. Simple Chinese curry. I think this is jackfruit again. No mushrooms. Oh yes, cans, jackfruit. So, jackfruit, mushrooms, and other vegetables. I don't see my favorite recipe. Maybe I skipped it. Okay. Oh, here it is. This is my favorite recipe of the book. Sticky umami eggplants. 8 baby aubergines, shallots, garlic cloves, dried rosemary, balsamic vinegar, soy sauce or coconut aminos, maple syrup, English mustard, and he cooks the lentils separately. So a can of green lentils, lemon juice, mint, basil and parsley, sea salt and pepper, and a handful of black olives. Schnitzels with herb and caper sauce. I definitely want to try this because the similar things that you can buy in supermarkets are super processed. So, and he only uses tofu and chickpea flour for the main part, so definitely want to try this very soon. We also have a sort of similar recipe in Italy. We don't call them schnitzels, of course. We call them cotolette alla milanese. And there are some days, sometimes, when you just fancy something like that, aka deep fried. But he's actually cooking these in the oven. little barbecue meatloaf. This looks amazing. Contains sweet potatoes, portobello mushrooms, onion, garlic, sage, rosemary, thyme, walnuts, panko breadcrumbs, the can of chickpeas, and then the glazed, made with ketchup, mustard, balsamic vinegar, smoked paprika, soy sauce, coconut sugar, cumin, garlic powder, and allspice. I think I recognize this place, but I'm not sure. It looks like maybe it's the Borough Market in London, but could also be Brixton actually, the Brixton Market. Not sure. Okay, burgers. I made so many of his burgers, and they all taste amazing. I'm not just saying it. I especially love his Jamaican inspired ones that were in his first book. But I'm sure I will love these as well. They look amazing. Okay. I'm going to skip the sides only because of time. Bok choy, plantain salad, looks very good. Oh, poutine. I keep hearing about this poutine, but I've never had it myself, and I've never been to Canada, so. Okay, desserts. Apple and blackberry pies. Epic cherry cinnamon rolls, okay? So they all have a cinnamon rolls recipe. That's very good for me. He says epic a lot. I warn you. Oh my goodness, look at that. It's huge as well. Sticky orange crabs. Toffee apple chocolate brownie pudding. Portuguese tarts. How did he make the custard? Coconut milk, soy or oat cream, vanilla extract, non-dairy milk, corn flour, and icing sugar. That's very creative. And I probably would prefer these better than the original ones, because I'm not a fan of eggy flavor, so I need to try these. mango upside down cake, creme caramel, very old school. This was everywhere in the 80s. So yeah, he uses oat cream. I've never tried oat cream myself, but I love that the barista milk, oat milk. I prefer it to any other kind. Whole roasted pineapples. Oh, it looks super delicious and kind of guilt-free as well. Sticky gingerbread cake. Very British. Lime pies. Okay. And then he also gives some classic recipes, such as soft Italian style meringue, caramel sauce, and coconut cream. And he explains the plate method as well. I really love this book. I really do. I hope you enjoy this video. It's definitely fun to make it. And I'll see you next time.